Hi, I'm Stacy, the Executive Director at Calgary Reads, and we believe in a thriving community where all children can read with confidence and joy. The support of Alliance would really help us move our reading place strategy forward. It is an idea that involves literacy, research, and prototype labs in 5 Calgary schools in 5 different postal codes. Support of your people and your financial resources will allow us to better understand and better support children as they become lifelong readers. And here's why it's incredibly important.
This is Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and this is their son Jonah. And this is Mr. and Mrs. Edmund, and their son, Edward. Edward and Jonah were born on the exact same day. But that's where the similarities end, because Jonah, unlike Edward, didn't fare so well in the postal code lottery. Jonah, like 100,000 babies in Canada each year, was born into a low-income family. And given what we know about birth rates in Canada, that corresponds to roughly 1 in 4 babies who are in the same boat. Which means that Jonah has a much higher chance than Edward of being born prematurely, or with a low birth weight. And without high-quality childcare and a language and literacy-rich home environment, Jonah's brain will develop at a slower rate than Edward's. By their 4th birthday, Jonah will have heard far fewer words than Edward. Over 30 million fewer. Unless reading, singing, talking, and playing in Jonah's household will mean his language skills will be slower to develop. Upon entering kindergarten, Jonah will be like 28% of typically developing children in Alberta, behind his peers in language and literacy skills. Starting school won't necessarily help Jonah catch up either, because for reasons ranging from poorer health to transportation and housing problems, or parents too embarrassed to send Jonah to school because they can't afford to pack him a lunch, Jonah will often be absent from school. And during summer holidays, don't expect Jonah to catch up with his peers because his parents aren't able to send him to summer camp or take him to the library or to the zoo. In fact, the achievement gap between Edward and Jonah will actually continue to widen over the summer, especially in reading. Edward's reading scores may even improve slightly over the summer, while Jonah's will show a significant loss. This will mean that by the end of grade 3, when children transition from learning to read to reading to learn, Jonah's development will be lagging 2.5 years behind Edward's. And children that have not become on-level readers by age 8 are unlikely to ever catch up and are at the risk of many undesirable outcomes. But hold on for a second, it doesn't have to be that way. There is help out there for Jonah and his parents. Help from networks of teachers and principals, parents and caregivers, government and businesses, and community organizations like Calgary Reads, who believe that schools and teachers cannot be the only ones responsible for teaching children to read with confidence and joy. And that it takes a whole community to raise a reader. We know what we need to do. The research is there. 3 things we can all do to help children become lifelong readers are: 1. Read, sing, talk, and play with your child to help develop their language and pre-literacy skills. 2. Create a home environment that is supportive of reading. And 3. Just read. Because when all is said and done, we don't want Jonah's and Edward's or any of our children's futures to be decided on the day they were born or by the most significant lottery of all, the postal code lottery.